Hi, welcome back to Bounce Forward with me, Tiff Hall. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I'm recording this podcast, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to elders past and present. Rowena messaged me. She said, "Hi Tiff, I'm writing from Stockholm, Sweden. I'm a 41-year-old Aussie mum of two, nearly 3 and 1. I've been a member of TXO for 6 years now, but have not prioritized my fitness during baby growing and raising." Baby growing and raising, it gets us all. I have a question for your podcast. So many of your workouts use light weights. What qualifies as strength training though? Not just feeling the burn? This is such an excellent question because I am surrounded by people always saying, I felt the burn, I feel the burn, Pilates burn, and then I'm not getting results, I'm not growing muscle, I'm not seeing results in tone or sculpting. And it's a mishmash because the fitness industry, they'll say, you know, this method will sculpt and tone and build muscle, but they're all different things. So the fitness industry is trying to say, and you'll lose weight, and you'll tone up, and you'll build muscle. But they're 3 very different things. So I'm always asked, say, what's the difference between feeling the burn in Pilates using light weights or in my Fighter 2.0 program where we use 0.5 kilos or 1 kilo weights versus strength training, anything over, I'd say, 8 kilo dumbbells. It's all resistance, right? But lightweight stuff where you fatigue a muscle, say in boxing drills with dumbbells, like straight punches with dumbbells, Pilates with ankle weights where you're doing something for the glutes, or wrist weights on your hands, you definitely feel the burn of the muscle, but that burn is endurance, not hypertrophy or strength. So you will be elevating your fitness and your conditioning and definitely burning fat stores, and you will be toning up, but you won't be growing lean muscle mass. Muscle, yes, it is the foundation of youth, and we really want to make sure as we age, we're focused on putting as much lean muscle as humanly possible on through progressive overload. So progressive overload is very important. So strength training is primarily increasing muscular strength and size, while conditioning is focused on improving cardiovascular endurance and overall physical stamina. They're 2 very different things. And feeling the burn is that endurance, that conditioning, that cardiovascular endurance as well, and that stamina, whereas the strength training is that progressive overload. Strength training is anaerobic. It focuses on short bursts of high intensity, whereas that conditioning is often aerobic. So, you know, in Pilates, in my fighter workouts, it's definitely an aerobic workout. You're sustaining effort over a long period of time. The success of strength training is measured from, you know, how much weight you can lift, the volume of weights that you're lifting, and how that builds over time. Whereas conditioning, it's more endurance. How long can you go, the duration of the activity, and how fast can you recover? Okay, that's a really important point. Strength training sessions may include longer rest periods between sets so that you're recovering better and you can put your max effort into each set, whereas conditioning, generally there's shorter rest periods, or you might even do active recovery, which I make you do in Fighter 2.0, where you're doing star jumps or something to recover between conditioning drills and boxing combos and things, and the heart rate is consistently elevated. So for me, I like to train by combining both things. I like to feel the burn and have some progressive overload that ensures that I am building lean muscle mass. And if you do that, it's more of an athletic mindset. You're integrating strength training and you're improving power and conditioning workouts, and you're ensuring that your performance is both like really sport specific, and it's also really helping you have an overall really strong fitness game. I really like to mix it up, and especially do this on TXO. I make sure that I mix boxing, Fighter 2.0 with our strength programs like Empower XO, Mumbod, and it's just a beautiful mix that gets you super fit, and you'll be toning up, burning fat, but you're also building that lean muscle. But you can't really do it all in the one session, right? These programs are 4 to 12 weeks each program. So it's like you concentrate a bit on fighter and then you'll go into a 12-week strength program kind of thing. So hypertrophy and strength training then is another question that I get asked a lot. What is the difference between those? Well, strength training is to increase the maximum force of muscle or muscle group that it can be exerted in one effort, right? It focuses on your overall strength and power. So you're going to lift really heavy weights at a lower volume, so 1 to 6 reps per set. You're going to have longer rest periods between them. You're going to use compound movements that engage multiple muscle groups like squats, deadlifts, bench presses. And the outcome is all about those neural adaptations and changes in the nervous system that enable you to lift heavier weights each week. It's really important. And it's less pronounced than compared to hypertrophy training. Now, the hypertrophy training is all about maximizing muscle growth, whereas strength training, you might not see the muscle get bigger, but you're getting stronger and you're getting that power. Hypertrophy training particularly is all about the growth and the size of the muscle fibers. So you're lifting more moderately heavy weights, higher rep ranges, like 8 to 12 reps per set. The rest periods are shorter. Your exercise selection is more on isolated exercises. So you're looking more at bicep curls and leg extensions that target specific muscles, which are really important. And you're wanting to get those adaptations in the muscle fibers themselves. So you're getting really thick muscle fibers and seeing that there's growth there. So the key differences is that strength training focuses on increasing the ability to produce force and involves more neurological adaptations, whereas hypertrophy training is more increasing muscle mass and focusing on metabolic and muscular adaptations. So they're both very different things. And again, combining both is going to get you the best outcome. So, working with those low rep ranges, like going super heavy for 6 reps, and then doing the high rep ranges where you're moderately heavy for 12 reps, changing up your programs every now and then, it's all good. And so there's nothing wrong with feeling the burn. It's really great. But make sure you're balancing it out with 1 or 2 strength sessions a week where you are lifting those heavier weights and looking to increase the lean muscle mass. Thanks so much for listening to Bounce Forward. I love having your company, so please DM me on Instagram at tiffhall_xo and let me know what questions you'd love me to cover. Don't forget to rate and review me on your podcast app. Speak soon. Happy days.